Hello everyone. Today we bring you a subject many believe to be taboo: slavery masquerading as prison labor. This is brought to you by Community Action and Reentry Empowerment's Florida's Abolish Slavery Initiative. Let's dive in. More than 150 years after the passage of the 13th Amendment, slavery still persists. In name removed, but in practice alive. A troubling loophole allows involuntary servitude as punishment for a crime, opening a pathway for systemic exploitation. The Community Action and Reentry Empowerment's Florida's Abolish Slavery Initiative is here to end this injustice in Florida. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery except as punishment for a crime, a penal exception used to justify forced labor in prisons. Across the United States, incarcerated individuals, many black and brown, are compelled to work for little or no pay. This is the core injustice the End the Exception movement is fighting to remove. In Florida, this forced labor system is pervasive. The state operates 128 prisons and 20 work camps, incarcerating around 80,000 people, many of whom are forced to labor without pay. Refusal invites punishment, solitary confinement, or loss of release opportunities. As reported in The Guardian, one inmate, Julius Smith, explained, "If we don't do the work, then the prison does not operate. Yet he's never been paid for years of labor." This injustice isn't new. In 1922, Martin Taber, a man arrested for a minor vagrancy charge, was leased as convict labor, brutally whipped over, and died from his injuries. That abuse ultimately ended Florida's convict lease system, but similar structures persist today. Involuntary servitude includes any forced labor under coercion, for example, prison labor or human trafficking. Florida, tied with California and Texas, consistently ranks among the top states for human trafficking, with hundreds of thousands impacted. In 2023, the state received over 2,100 reports through child abuse and trafficking hotlines. Nearly 170 were labor trafficking cases. Community Action and Reentry Empowerment, Florida's Abolish Slavery Initiative, advocates for repealing the 13th Amendment's penal exception, nationally and in Florida's Constitution, raising wages and labor protections for incarcerated workers, ending forced labor in prisons, and enhancing services for hidden victims, including labor trafficking survivors. Here's how you can help. Speak out for legislative change and support efforts to close the penal exception. Support survivor resources and abolition campaigns in your community. Contact them to learn how to get involved. You can reach them by email at info@communityaction.biz, or you can visit their website for ways to join the initiative at communityaction.biz. Don't stay uninformed and make your voice be heard. Your voice matters. Together, we can finally end involuntary servitude everywhere.